Warning. Is it time to sell the rip? Because we just hit the 50 MA. And what do you do on the first 50 MA retest? You sell it. But stocks are like mega up today. That's right, they're mega up. Eli Lilly is now in the $1 trillion gang. Get over here, buddy. 1.01 trillion. Let's go. EVGO. Oh my God, 10% rally on this one here. And it's going even higher in after hours. Move over, Tesla. There's a new king in the group. It's not you anymore. Google, it continues to win the AI race. So people are looking for ways to invest into the AI trade. And this is really if you got them, show them a market where certain stocks are doing excellent. If we look back to year to date, yeah, there's some pockets that are really bright green, but there's some red out here too, even inside of technology. Have a look at all the red over here. So is it time to sell the rip? Let me explain this to you in roughly 30 seconds. Normally, when you close for multiple sessions below the 50, let's go to a simple line chart because I'm a simple guy, all the way down, dead cat bounce. We haven't closed yet above this area. Let's look a little bit closer. We hit the 50 MA and backed off. We closed just below, but we did close with a daily higher high. Volume soft. We normally want to see strong volume as we go higher. So it's a lack of sellers rally. If we zoom out to the weekly and monthly chart, there is actually some nice progress that was made here. And notably, it's because we actually have a hollow candle. That's what we talked about on the weekend video. I'll leave that for you at the very end here. But look, we're right back to where we started last week, the opening body or the O 669.7. Where did we get to today? We got to 670.06. So what that basically means is that if we're now going to go to 4 out of 4 bull, or we're going to print another daily higher high and get back above again, because it's awfully simple. I'm a simple guy. I don't know about you. I like bullish recipes. Maybe you do too. Second link in the description should be 100% free. So we printed the higher high on SPY today, and we closed above. If we can manage to do that again, excellent. We have a reversal. But as of right now, we got 50% or 50. When I came home with a 50% grade from school, my parents did not say, you know what, Justin, here's a pat on the head. Excellent job. They said, get back to work. That's what they told me. So today, we're going to upgrade to 2 out of 4 bull, but the weekly is still completely bearish. So is it time to sell the rip? Well, read the note here. Again, I'm a simple guy. 4 words has everything that I need right there. Lower highs are sufficient. On a weekly time frame with a red dot that does not finish because there's a due date on the 28th. There you go. In 2.5 minutes, I gave you everything you need to know now. Now let me explain a little bit more about what I see. All right, so we talked about what's leading it. Well, it's the haves or have-nots. So far year to date, like some stocks are crushing it. And when a multi-trillion-dollar company rallies by 30%, 40%, yeah, it really makes the market go higher. But here's the curious part. Let's look at the one-day chart a little bit objectively, because if we're now going to get that bull recipe, it means that printing a daily higher high and getting back above here again tomorrow, we're over the 50 MA on a closing basis or on a line chart. So if we manage to do that, excellent. I would be looking for us to get into the 20s here, right? From 10 to 14. That's called relief rally. That's a bounce. That is not a reversal. But here's the really curious part is that our system actually called this out earlier today, and I entered it. I bought it. So I can actually give you a perfect live example because this alert came through this morning. We got our alert. Let's go to our stock feed. Let's see what it came through at. The idea came through at 664.56. Ironically, a really key area we were looking for. So we got above 667.34 after that, but that was really important for us here, 664. So started the rally just below 665. And then our system said, you know what? It might be time to buy. But we wait until candle closes to actually purchase. To not overcomplicate things, I'll just give you the idea right now. So we bought it at 668.7, although the risk reward has now gone down. So what that basically means is that the stock went higher from the time of the alert, and we're risking $1 to make 70 cents right now. I took the trade on for illustrative purposes, and the way this starts is really by going to here, which means that the S&P on a trend, it was currently in a sell the rip, but now it's actually upgraded. We can see that right here. So the bulls actually fixed my chart on my system that I used to make my decisions. It was busted, right? Red, sell the rip. If you go to if you pull up to an intersection and you see yellow or red, what do? Well, you should be cautious. Yes, one green light is good, but it's not a trend. So if we get a second one tomorrow or we close above the candle high, Just like the rules of the road, the rules of the market are that if we can't go up a little bit or for 2 days in a row, how are we going to go up by a lot? So this bounce is nice. It's beautiful. It's bigly. But we got to be cautious because the 1 week chart is potentially where we could go if we don't fix it. So to summarize, I just told you that technically it doesn't look all that good. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. At 664, it looked a lot more attractive than where it does right now because now the stock is just advanced, which is good. And our system is calling for a window of opportunity of roughly 3 weeks. That's what the trade idea means. So I can go to here. I'll give you a live demo. Right here. So this is the idea that got generated. When I look at this, my eye naturally sees a head and shoulders right here. But I'm not a robot. So what does the robot see? Show me what the robot sees. If you could take a second to consider smashing a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, thank you very much ahead of time. I'm giving you the goods today because the robot's working right now. So you should appreciate this work. I sent him to the dungeon. I told him to work, and he came back, and he's going to mush. Here we go. So the previous chart showed you what generated the idea. Here's what generates the trade idea here, though. So our scanner, it's called an algorithm. We call it the algo because if there's only one way to trade properly, it's called the way. And we scan for ideas, or we have a scanner, and then we narrow that down to a specific pattern here. So here we went up, we're oversold, which means the trend was a sell, right? Trend went to a sell from a buy to cautious to, oh my God, sell it. Yeah, well, we've had a couple of red days in a row now. The system's saying, I think it might be time to go up. But the risk reward is not all that great. And the reason why is just because we've already mean reverted a lot of the move. So the system does not care about what I see. It cares about nothing from before. It only cares about this. Hollow candlesticks for a relative time frame, which is how we generate our idea. So that's it. If you understand that, now you know how I like to trade. So I entered it. Yes, it's in my system. It's on my platform, but we're right here. So my feelings or my guts tell me, ooh, I'm not so sure. I see a neckline right there. My notes and my data tell me that I should be a little bit scared. And I'm a wussy. So what do I think? I don't believe it. That's what my gut tells me. I'm like, yeah, if I'm going to risk $1 to make 70 cents, why would I risk anything? I don't normally do that. So I'm waiting for A+ setups. This is not an A+ setup, but the SH alert was also an excellent signal for us to go down short term. So I don't know what it's going to do. Here's what I do know. If it hits the stop, I'm out. I'm going to drop it like a wet fart. I don't care. I'll be out. The trim, there's a glitch right now. So we're either going to hit the target like I showed you before, or we're going to hit the stop. That's it. So if we go to the target, we take our money and run. I'm out of here. Hits the stop. I'm out of here too. That's how we manage risk on the position. If you want to find out more, click on the second link again. Go to here. We have all this information now for you. So how to manage a trade, manage risk. This is not just for my system. I actually have my recipe right here for you. So to identify your max loss or how to actually manage risk when you're purchasing, here's what you need to know. Identify the setup, which I showed you. Identify the stop percent, which I also showed you. And then determine the risk on account you want to risk, which I haven't shown you. And then solve for the weight. I'll give you a quick demo right now, but the example is right here with the swing whisper for FTS. So if I now go to the system, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 recipe like I showed you before. Number 1, idea comes through. Number 2, we get our stop loss here. That is determined but when we look at the next chart. But number 3 basically means if I'm right, how much can I make? I don't want to make 70 cents. So we go to ... on the platform, which is right here, ... stock chart or level chart. Really simple, two lines. Why? I'm a simple guy. So click on the stock chart. That's step 0. Here's the setup that the platform saw. All right, something in here. We're like, okay, well, it looks like complete garbage. Oh my God, it's trying to go back up. Yeah, something's happening right here. What is it? That's our job. We narrow it down to here. So now we're telling you, hey, if we're wrong, we're selling right there. If it goes to a marginal lower low plus a little bit more, right? Lower low plus a little bit more, because what our system wants is that it wants mean reversion. So we think we can go all the way back up to here, not just to the recent high. We're calculating more, right? We got some secret sauce. So when we look at this trade is much easier for us to visually understand. Here's the current price. If we're wrong, we sell right there. If we're right, we trim to manage the risk 1 for 1. It's exactly $1 of risk for $1 of reward. And then we let our runner run. That's called letting your winners run. Manage the risk, let your winner run. Here's what happens on our system when you click on buy. We're doing the math for you. That robot is working overtime. So the algo, he works all day, every day, always scanning. And when the ideas are not so good, like this one here, or SPY at 0.7, It's not that the probability is lower, it's going to go down. It's just I want to make a lot of money if I'm putting any money at risk, including my mental capital, me thinking about these positions. So number one, idea comes through. Number two, we can't change the stop. The stop is the stop. Number three just tells us that you're risking $1 to make 30 cents. So it's not that it won't work. It's just that this setup's not as good. It's not an A plus setup, excuse me. So if I have a look here, this is for SLB. It's an active alert right now in our system. SLB for the 1 month. In this example, the trim is above the target, like I showed you for SPY. That's no good. It's not going to execute. The trim level shows where we would need to make $1 for every $1 we're risking. That's where the stop is. We have to give it a marginal lower low. It has to go all the way down to the bottom, plus a little bit more. That's the way we like to trade. So if it comes down to a double bottom, I don't want to sell on support. I want to sell the second that it loses support, and then I'm out. So if that's the stop and I can't change that, my target also doesn't change. I can manage my risk better by just entering good positions. Does not mean the probability of it going higher is bad. The algo just prefers to risk $1 to make way more than $1. Our decision is just yes or no. If yes, we'll hit the target. If no, we hit the stop. We don't change the levels or change our weight. All we do is just this. Because when the alert goes through, it's not our job to tell the stock where it's going to go. It's our job to manage the risk. So if we know that our stop is going to be, say, 20%, here's the field that changes. We have this fixed at 1% per position. We don't want to lose more than 1% per trade. So you have to just solve for the weight. So the stop is 20 at a 5% weight. That's 1% risk on account. It's just this. Go to a calculator. It's 0.2 times 0.05. It's exactly 0.01 or 1%. In the other example, I'll show you that really quickly here just for illustrative purposes. So you can actually understand. It's not just me selling my system to you. It's me selling you how to understand what your max loss is before you buy. The second you buy, you want to find every reason not to admit you're wrong because you're a man, and men don't like admitting they're wrong. So 11% to the stop, which is right there. We don't change the stop. Stop is static. It's fixed. So what changes is how much we buy or the weight. In this demonstration, we're using a $100,000 account. So we would buy 17 shares now, and we would add 17 shares on confirmation because our whisper is an early warning system, which means that we're not late to the party. So regardless of whether you use my system or not, that's how I determine my max loss. So if I go to any trade now, I know by hovering on here, that's the maximum I can lose to my portfolio. It says right there, loss on port. If I go to say a good trade here, let's just find one really quickly. Let's go to this one here, AVGO. All right, so our profit on this one here, we got in on Friday, looks like. Oh yeah, we got on the 19th. Let's go, AVGO. Drag the port up. So as of right now, I could lose 1.8%. I could give back my open gain of 0.8%, and I could also lose that original 1% risk on the position here. And if we manage to get here to, looks like it's actually to negative here. So we got some bugs in the system. As you can see, the robot is not perfect, but that's basically what we're looking for is that now I know that my trim and my target are going to add this much here. So that's basically it. As you can see, I've taken on a lot of trades here because we're testing our system out, making sure everything works. But on every position, I'll just go to one here really quickly. Whisper means a half position. So what can I lose? Half of 1%. Because I'm adding half the trade. My gain is going to be proportionate or 1 for 1. So take the stop divided by 2. There you go. My profit is going to be the other balance on the half of shares. If you're complicated and your brain is, if you're confused and your brain is sweating, yeah, the system that I built that I show you for free every day, which is just the dots. Yeah, now we're cautiously bullish on the 1-day chart, and I'm just giving you evidence to support the first 2 minutes of the show. So, like I said here, lower highs are sufficient. Well, we printed a higher high. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to make sure I feel good about myself. I want to get paid. So what did we do? We started going up a little bit. Is it a trend change? No, not yet. High, lower, high, lower, high. We're at the 50 MA. But I also told you my system said to buy. I'm like, well, in a normal trade, even though SPY gave me the signal, I would not enter SPY. What I would do is I would enter something like an AVGO to do a proxy trade. I would not buy it directly. So like out of all the trades that I got here, which one would I actually want? Let me have a quick look here for the ones we entered today. Let's sort by risk reward. And I know that if they show 0 on P&L, it means they're new trades. I'll go through these tomorrow too if you want to come hang out. L for 10-1. Hell yeah, I'll take that one. We're going to add tomorrow. So this one here is going to be an ad for tomorrow. Donald J. Trump, let's go, sir. Let's make some money. 4.8 risk reward. Let's go. So I'd buy those two, just eyeballing them. Why? I want to risk $1 to make 10 or $1 to make 4.8. Because then if we look here to the numbers, let's just ask ourselves this. If when we're wrong, we lose 2%, but then blended, when we're right, we make 0.9 to de-risk the position, and then we make 7.2% on the whole account. These two stocks at half a size, which is what Whisper means, half a size, at the current moment, they're currently going to be 13 and 19%, or 30, roughly, what is that? 30% on the account, 29%, but they could actually yield me a net profit that is blended at 0.9 plus 7.2. That's almost the S&P's returns for the whole year in two ideas. So our job is to choose wisely on which ones we buy. And what I'm showing you is that that signal's strong on the S&P. We got 81 different ideas today. We got 81. We got 18 more for the swing ones, which are excellent here too. These ones close on Friday. We don't do anything until Friday. So sorting by risk reward right now. Snap-on tools, I'm not so sure. I have to check on it. That one's flashing green, which means it's passing. That one's flashing yellow, so it's failing. CarMax is flashing green, and I'm going to make 4 if I'm right, 1 if I'm wrong. I'll consider it. There you go. That's how I look at ideas now. I don't really care about what I feel or what I see in the chart. That's me telling the chart what I think I'm going to do. And I mostly look at SPY. Other people like looking at every chart every day, like the Russell and the Dow Jones and the QQQ. I don't give an F about those. There's a simple reason why. It's just more information. It's not more value. For me, I just go to my system. I'll show you what I look for. I built this system for me. So what do I like? I like my system. You might not like it. I love it. I can type in DIA. I can know the trend. It's not my feeling. Oh, what do I think about Dow? I don't care about my feelings. I want to know what my system says. Sell on the 1 week, on the 1 day to sell. So if I want to see Dow Jones, there's probably another do for it. Let me see right now if I can find that live for you. Do we have trades overnight? No, the robot's not gotten to work yet. So the trade ideas aren't there, but I'm confident. I'll look on the other screen, actually. I got another screener here. Dow Jones. There's a whisper for it today, actually. That's what happened. Let's go to stocks. Let's go to DIA. Trade. Where are you? All right, well, that one didn't fire out. There's a lot of stocks today, so there was an error. So it's going to be due again tomorrow. So we're not late to the party if we want to buy the Dow. QQQ, same thing. We just look at the system now. I can look at the chart. I'm good at looking at charts, but my gut does not always serve me well. So if you're still watching, drop me a comment and tell me what you think. Is it currently a buy or is it a sell? Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.